Welcome back. This is the Whiskey Couch. My name is GUSTAV MULLER and today's video is Whiskey Tasting and Food Pairing Review number 136, and it is also the last one of this mini series that I'm doing on 5 10-year-old single malt whiskies. So I've already reviewed the Highland Park 10-year-old, Viking Scars, and the DYC single malt 10-year-old from Spain, and the what is the other one? The Springbank 10-year-old and the Deanston 10-year-old. And today it is the Glen Grant 10-year-old from the Glen Grant Distillery, situated in Speyside, founded in 1840, and it's owned by the Campari Group. Situated, let me just show you on the map here, in the very well-known Speyside area, Scotland, Lowland, Highland, and right there is the Speyside area. More than half of the between 110 and 120 whiskey distilleries in Scotland is situated in Speyside. That is an enlargement, and in there is the Glen Grant Distillery, and I do have one or two photos for you just to see what it looks like. There we go. One of the pictures from the Glen Grant Distillery and some of the copper pot stills in the Glen Grant Distillery. They produce a pleasantly light spirit because of their very tall pot stills, and of course a lot of their spirit is used in the Chivas Regal range of bottlings, but they also do distillery bottlings such as this one, Glen Grant 10-year-old. This is still the old bottling. There's a new revamped and rebranded bottling that has been launched recently. There's also the 12-year-old, which is a fairly new one, the 18-year-old, fairly new one, and I do have the 16-year-old, which is also one of the older bottlings. But for today, the 10-year-old single malt from the Glen Grant Distillery. It received a 95 out of 100 from Jim Murray in its Whiskey Bible, and it also received Whiskey of the Year, Best Single Malt Scotch of the Year 2015 in its category, which is the 10-year and younger single malt whiskies. This is the gift box and a bit of information right there. 10-year-old Glen Grant single malt, 750 milliliter bottlings here in South Africa, bottled at 43% ABV. Seductively smooth, fruity and rich, established 1840, distilled, matured and bottled in Scotland. Glen Grant in Rothes, Speyside. That is where it is situated. All right, the last one in this series. Let's see what we have here for today. This is so exciting. Very, very nice. And I have something in the glass here. Let me just get rid of it. There we go. I've poured my dram a little bit before the video. And here in South Africa, there are always some of these very tiny fruit insects that are also eager to get hold of the whiskey. So there we go. Glen Grant 10-year-old, a rich golden barley color. And you can see the legs forming on the glass there. Aha. Sweet barley grain. This is quite fresh. Fresh vanilla. Honey and a little bit, yes, a little bit grassy. I'm almost picturing a meadow, green meadow. And then the fruits, apples and pears. And I'm also picking up a little bit of banana. So light and fresh. Sweet. Am I picking up a bit of caramel as well? No alcohol burn on the nose. 43% on the palate. Indeed. Light, smooth, pleasant, fruity with pears, apples, peaches, apricots, like a fruit basket. Lots of vanilla. The apples is coming to the foreground a bit stronger. There's always also a cereal and a malty flavor in the flavor profile. Roasted nuts, and again the grassiness in this whiskey. This is seemingly, on the first approach, it is a very light and fresh whiskey, but as I spend time with it, medium long finish, I'm realizing there is more to this whiskey than is initially apparent. And this whiskey needs a bit more time to discover what's really in here. So medium long finish, delicate yet complex, sweet, nutty on the finish. Dry, slightly dry, and an almost unnoticeable bitter note right at the end. Let's see what a few drops of water will do to this whiskey. Very, very pleasant. I think this is a good whiskey for someone, if you want to introduce someone to the world of whiskey, then Glen Grant, I think, is a good option. So a bit of water there, and you can probably see what the water is doing to the whiskey, the reaction there. More sweet honeyed vanilla and more apples. Ooh, even smoother. Delightful. Very, very nice dram from Glen Grant. My summary would be a light apple pie with vanilla custard. I think that would sort of package everything. Maybe sprinkled with roasted nuts. That could probably be the summary for this whiskey. Light and refreshing, very good value for money, and a richness and complexity that could easily be overlooked. Here in South Africa, a very decent price of 400 Rand, good value for money, really good value for money. In the UK, around £30 and $45, if I'm not mistaken, in the United States. If you want to pair this whiskey with a food snack, no question that you've got to connect with the vanilla, the honey, the vanilla, the apple, the fruitiness. I think a light fruit salad can work very well with this whiskey, actually. Otherwise, a light vanilla wafer stick, white chocolate with peaches or apricots. But I have chosen for today, one of my favorite desserts that my wife does. It's an apple pie, apple tart, like we say here in South Africa. And I've got some vanilla custard, and I'm going to see how this works. Ooh, and this is delicious. My mouth is just watering already. I think there's another term that you use in English, actually. In Afrikaans, we just say, my mond water nou vir hierdie appeltaart. Here we go. Oh, delicious. Oh man, I think even a peach or apricot vanilla custard tart can also work very well with this. But this pairing, absolutely delicious. And once I'm finished with this video just now, I am going to enjoy the rest of my dram and the rest of this whiskey and food pairing. Thank you for joining me on this adventure, and I'll see you soon for this summary video where I will reveal which one of these 5 10-year-old single malts is my number 1 pick. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for inviting your friends to this YouTube channel, and I'll see you soon. Slàinte.